welcome to this episode of Kim in the Kitchen. Welcome back. Today we're going to be making Molten Magic Lava Cake. I'm so excited, I can't wait. I actually had a viewer request that I make a lava cake, so I'm going to try to make my very first lava cake. So the first thing you're going to need for your lava cake is you're going to need regular flour, you're going to need milk, you're going to need brown sugar, cocoa powder, sugar, salt, baking powder, and butter. Alright, we're going to get this going, guys, and get this Molten Magic Lava Cake rolling. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350, and we're going to butter a baking dish, 8x8, 9-inch, whichever, a ceramic baking dish or a glass baking dish. Also, you're going to need a 1.5 cups of hot water. So I have hot water coming to a boil in my kettle on the stove. And I've got my oven preheating. I also have my baking dish over there with a little bit of butter in it, just kind of getting it melted so I can butter that pan really good. And then we're going to go ahead and get our dry ingredients together. So you'll get your flour, your salt, your cocoa powder, and your sugar. And you're going to sift all that together and get it mixed well. Okay, so to one bowl we're going to add 1 cup of flour. So we'll get our 1 cup going. Make sure it's good and packed in that 1 cup. Okay, so that's our 1 cup of flour. We're going to add that in. I'm going to sift it just in case there's any lumps in it. We'll sift it really good. You can also use a hand sifter. It's up to you. I just like this because it'll sit on my bowl while I do this. Okay, then now we're going to add 3/4 a cup of sugar, just granulated sugar. So that's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. And you'll sift that. Okay. Now you're going to add 1/4 cup of your cocoa. In there. You're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1/4 teaspoon of just regular table salt. Okay? Then you're going to whisk this together just to make sure it's all good and together. All right, I hear my kettle, so our hot water's ready. I'm going to turn that off. All right, we've got that hot water turned off now, so it's just sitting there getting ready for us. We'll get this all mixed up together good. Okay, and then we're going to set that to the side. All right, and then we're going to put all of our wet ingredients into our mixer. So we'll get it going. So the first thing you're going to add to it is 1/4 cup of melted butter. You're going to have 2/3 cup of milk. All right, so 2/3 cup of milk to that butter. Okay. Then we're going to mix that together just for a bit, just to get the butter and the milk together. All right, now that we have that mixed together, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our dry ingredients, which is that flour mixture that we just mixed up, to our mixer, but we're going to do it nice and slow because we don't want it to go all over our kitchen. Okay, and we're going to mix that together until it's nice and smooth. We're going to scrape down the side of that pan just to make sure that we get all of that mix in there. You want it all good and thoroughly mixed. All right, that looks about right, guys. we're going to take that off of the mixer. You want to make sure this mixture is really smooth and doesn't have any lumps. So we're just going to make sure that's good and mixed. Looks good and batter's really smooth. There's no lumps in there. Okay, and now we're going to get that baking dish and we're going to pour this mixture into the baking dish. Alright, so I have that baking dish. It's good and buttered up. We're going to put this chocolate mixture into the baking dish. Like I say, you can use an 8x8. This is like a 9x4 or something like that. That'll be fine. Okay, we're just going to pour all of that mixture in this pan. Kind of looks like a brownie batter, and that's fine. Kind of got that kind of a consistency. But it smells amazing. So I think it's going to be super yummy. Alright, got that ready. Okay, we're going to set that to the side for just a second. And we're going to get our next mixture together. So the next mixture is a cup of brown sugar and 1.5 cups of the hot water, and then a fourth of that cocoa powder. A fourth a cup of that cocoa powder. So we're going to get the cocoa powder and the brown sugar mixed up. 1 cup of brown sugar packed. Okay. And then the fourth of a cup of cocoa powder. So we got the cup of brown sugar. And then we're going to do another fourth of a cup of the cocoa powder. Alright, I'm going to put that in a bowl, and then we're going to whisk that together. This is going to make a sweet, yummy goodness for the top of it. So you'll just mix it all good in there. Make sure all of those brown sugar bits are covered in all that good chocolate. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to take it and sprinkle it on the top of our baking dish. Okay, so now you've got that wet mixture on the bottom. You got a good dry mixture on top. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place this baking dish onto a cookie sheet for the next step. We'll grab our cookie sheet. We're going to place this on our cookie sheet. Okay, we got our cake placed on the cookie sheet, and the next step is we're going to add that 1.5 cups of hot water. We're going to pour it directly over this mixture. I'm going to add that into a cup and measure it. 1.5 cups of hot water. Okay. So we got that hot water, and we're going to pour it directly over this mixture. Okay. Now we're going to immediately put this in the oven. So I'm going to place this in my oven. We're going to put that on 350, and we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. Okay, we've got our cake in the oven. It's going to bake for 30 minutes. The reason we put it on that cookie sheet is sometimes when that cake bakes, it bubbles over. So you don't want that bubbling over to go in the bottom of your stove, so that's why we put it on a cookie sheet. So we're going to let that guy bake for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to pull her out and give her a taste test. Alright guys, I just want to give y'all an update. We're about halfway through. The cake smells amazing. This would be a good time if you don't have any vanilla ice cream. You should definitely get someone to watch this cake and run to the store immediately and get some vanilla ice cream, because we're going to have to put that on top of this cake. Yeah. Alright right, guys, that timer went off. We're about to pull her out of the oven and see what she looks like on this cake. It's going to be nice and crunchy on top, but underneath it's still going to be jiggly. So you're going to want to just make sure that it's all good and crispy on the top. I'm going to let you guys kind of see the goodness that it is. It's going to be nice and crispy, but in the middle it's still going to be jiggly, and that's okay. That's okay. That's what we want. That's that lava. It's going to be so yummy. All right, we're going to transfer it over to the counter. We're going to do our taste test and see what we think. All right, you guys, the magic molten lava cake is ready, and we're about to dip it up and serve it, and it is going to be so, so yummy. I can't wait. I'll move you guys where y'all can see me. All right, I'm going to dip it up. Oh my goodness, y'all. That looks amazing. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. All right, let's give her a taste. We had to have that vanilla ice cream to go with it. Oh my goodness. Y'all, this is so, so good. And the more it sets up, the more solid it will be, but it is so good right now. We let it cool for about 15 minutes and put some ice cream on it. It's definitely a winner. You guys are gonna love it. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your friends. This recipe was done for lovely Char. She's the one that requested a lava cake. If anybody else would like to request something that you guys would like for me to make, let me know. Don't forget to watch us on Wednesdays and Sundays. Sundays will be our sweet days. Wednesdays will be savory. And this Wednesday, we're going to do some canning. So if you're interested in canning, don't forget to tune in this Wednesday. Thanks, you guys. See you next time. So yummy. You guys have got to make this. Update. The girls love it. So do I. And you guys have got to make it. It's